What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another MMA YouTube video. I'm going to get through this intro real quick and just get to the picks for UFC Des Moines this weekend, Sandhagen, Figueiredo. But me and Will, as you can see, Will is not here. It's just me. We weren't able to get the picks out this week. Sorry. Just a lot of stuff came up. So I'm just going to do them real quick. I know this video will probably get no views, but yeah. So I put the bout order that you'll see is not going to be the actual bout order. It's just I put like the shitty fights first because I wanted to get through them and get to the actually good fights. So yeah, let's just get into it real quick. All right, like I said, shitty fights first. Ivana Petrovic, Juliana Miller. I'm picking Ivana Petrovic. Juliana Miller is 3-3 for a reason. She's not very good at all. Jillian Robertson versus Marina Rodriguez. This is actually a decent fight, but I think Marina Rodriguez is pretty old, pretty washed. Now, she's had two close fights in her last one. They were losses, but they were close, competitive. I thought, she could have won the Andrade fight, but whatever. I don't know. It's close. Robertson's a big favorite for a reason. These odds are from a couple days ago, so these odds might be wrong. I don't care. I'm still picking her. Jillian Robertson, that is, because Marina Rodriguez is 38 and just hasn't been winning much recently. Thomas Peterson versus Don'Tale Mayes. Actually, I'm going to go with Don'Tale Mayes as an underdog. And see, this is why I hate uploading on Friday, bro, because the picks are just, everybody's already done their picks, but I don't care. I want to get the video out. Because why not? So I'm going Don'Tale Mayes. Peterson really sucks. He has decent grappling. Like, he can take people down. But, I don't know. Don'Tale Mayes is like a slick striker for heavyweight, which is saying something about heavyweight, right? But, yeah, Don'Tale Mayes, big underdog, apparently. Okay, fine. Like, the first, actually good fight. We got Ilia Pturo, Gaston Bolaños versus Quang Le. Quang Le is 0-2 in the UFC, but he isn't like your average 0-2 fighter. You know what I mean? I think he's a little better than that. I think Gaston Bolaños isn't your average 8-4 fighter. You know what I mean? I think both these guys are better than, well, Quang Le, that his UFC record would indicate, and Bolaños, that his overall record would indicate. Bolaños is pretty good. He has a solid kickboxing base, and he kind of just wins fights against shittier opponents, but I don't think that's Quang Le. I think Quang Le's actually solid, especially for an 0-2 guy. I know that Gutierrez's performance was embarrassing, especially after Gutierrez's last fight. Gutierrez, that is. But I'm still going Quang Le. I think he might beat Gaston Bolaños. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Okay, Ryan Loder, Azamat Bekoev. Now we got our first ranked fighters, all right? And by ranked, I don't mean in the UFC rankings. I mean in our spreadsheet rankings. The spreadsheet is linked in every single video description, the channel description. It basically contains basically every fighter in the UFC outside of heavyweight and women's MMA. And we give them overall ratings, akin to like Madden or FIFA, and then rankings. If they're outside the top 15, we give them a ranking. Like, see here, it says number 52 and number 48. These are the number 52 and number 48 middleweights. And see how it says 68 overall and 78 overall. That is like their overall rating. So that's in the spreadsheet. I would highly recommend checking it out, using it as a guide to any one of our videos. I think it's interesting. But yeah. Obviously, I'm going with Azamat Bekoev. He's a massive favorite. It's a 10 overall discrepancy. Ryan Loder literally is like a 2007 fucking bot wrestler who goes 2-2 in the UFC. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know how, because he got to fight Robert Valentine. That's how he's in the UFC. But yeah, guy's really bad. Bekoev's gonna probably KO him, unless he has a Basel Hafez-esque retreat from steroids. Because, come on, he's almost definitely on steroids. Great fight. Neither of these guys are on the spreadsheet because they are both returning. They're both returning. They were outside of the UFC. I don't know if Jeremy Stephens got booted out, but Mason Jones did for absolutely no reason. Won in Cage Warriors, and now he's back. Obviously, he's a massive favorite. I'm picking Mason Jones. It's a no-brainer, basically. Of course, Jeremy Stephens could chin him. He's in his home city or home state, at least. But I don't know, man. I don't think Jeremy Stephens really has it anymore, especially not in the grappling. Like, I don't think he's out there grinding wrestling practice every day. I think, especially because he's been in fucking BKFC and shit. So, yeah, Mason Jones all day. There's a reason he's a massive favorite. Now, these odds I got from a certain website. They might be different on another website from a different sports book. I don't know. They might have changed. Once again, these odds are from, I think, Tuesday or Monday. So, but still, Jones is still a massive favorite. Obvious pick. This is a fucking war, dude. If you guys, if people watching this video, which I know there's probably about 6 of you, dude, Surrey City versus Cameron Smotherman is a fucking banger. Both these guys come to throw. They come to fight. They hit hard. They don't have the best chins, and that's the best combo. I mean, this is going to be a high impact slaughterfest. All right, and I'm actually gonna pick Surrey City. Obviously, I have Cam Smotherman higher overall. I have him at 75, where I have City at 73. But I don't know. I think Surrey City's. Fuck it. Actually, okay. Hold on. You know, no, I'm going with City. I'm going. This is such a hard fight to predict. I think City's gonna chin him in round 1 or 2. But if he doesn't, I guarantee Smotherman winning rounds 2 and 3, or KOing him in the later rounds, or Smotherman can KO him in that. This is just a great fight. It's either going to be a war or a sick KO. So I'm very much highly anticipating this fight. I'm really excited. I'm going to go with City. I'm not super confident. I think I would rather Smotherman would win. I kind of like Smotherman. So, and City, I like City too, but whatever. I don't care. It's going to be a great fight. Misha Tate versus Yana Santos. Yana Santos looks like a fucking grandma. I'm going Misha Tate. For obvious reasons. I don't need to explain myself. Oh, dude. Great fight. Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos. We see the overall jumps, by the way. Montel's at an 85. Marcos at an 80. And we see that in their fights. These guys are fucking good, right? Marcos is a bit of a goofball. He's a bit of a silly guy, you know? But he's good, though. He doesn't have the craziest finishing potential. He kind of rocked up John Castaneda, but he didn't finish him. He finished who the fuck did he finish? Finished someone with knee, was it Simon Oliveira? I think he finished Simon Oliveira. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure this guy finished Simon Oliveira. But I'm going Montel Jackson. He's giant for a bantamweight. He hits hard as fuck. He has really good technical striking, great takedown defense, good fence control if he needs it. He's strong, big. I will say I'm concerned, and we'll have a video about the inactivity epidemic in the UFC coming out soon. I am concerned about Montel Jackson, that he will have a Mike Davis versus Faresiam-esque performance, where he looks completely washed, not the same guy, because he's just so inactive, right? We saw that with Mike Davis, where he was he looked like, I'm never going to say the perfect MMA fighter, but he looked like, damn, this guy can be championship level. But he fought once every year, once every 2 years. At one point, I think maybe a 3-year break for Mike Davis. And we saw all that inactivity and injury stuff. And I know it's not always their fault. I'm just saying. We saw that inactivity and injury stuff just catch up to Mike Davis. And he looked like shit against Faresiam. That could happen here with Montel Jackson, and I do sadly think it will happen down the line with Montel Jackson. I just don't think this is that fight. I think he'll get through Daniel Marcos, maybe move up 1 in the rankings, and then look up to, one of those named bantamweights like Rob Font or a loser of Sandhagen Figueiredo. Who knows? All right, we got D-Rod versus Ponzinibbio. Bro, this shit is funny to me. Why is everybody's like this, right? Everybody's like this in their picture. Ponzinibbio is just facing front. It's aura. I love Ponzinibbio. Back in the day, he was just a fucking awesome fighter. He's been washed for 5 years now. But I don't know, man. This is a tough one to predict. I think I'm gonna go with Ponzinibbio with the slight odds here. D-Rod is good, but he's also they're both really old. They both aren't the same as they used to be, but I don't know. I think Ponzi has more pop. I think Ponzi is a bit more diverse of a bag. I think he can do more. I think he's got D-Rod. It could go. I think it's Ponzi, though. All right, now co-main event, Rainer de Ritter versus Bo Nickel. I don't know how I just forgot Bo Nickel. I'm Bo Nickel, dude. I'm going Bo. I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. Rainier is horrendous on the feet. He always has been. Genuinely hard to watch. Sure, he has some pop. That pop is dropping GM3. Bo Nickel has... I know he also has pop, KOing Val Woodburn and shit, but I don't know, man. I think RDR is a good grappler. I think he is a funny fighter. He's a fun fighter. He's a really good fighter. I think this is a tough matchup for him because I think Bo won't go to the ground with him, and I think they will strike on the feet for the entirety of the fight. And even if they do go to the ground, I think Bo might be able to survive for a little bit. If he wants to, if he's not feeling it on the feet and he wants to ride out a round on the ground, the last minute or two, I think he can do it. So, I'm going to go with Bo. Maybe by KO, maybe by decision. Either way, I think it'll be pretty unimpressive from both. I don't really understand this matchmaking, but it is what it is. I mean, I'd rather have seen Bo against a guy where he could just fucking ragdoll him. I'd rather have seen him against I know this guy like basically doesn't exist anymore, but Aliaskhab Khizriev is an undefeated Dagestani that is just floating around in the UFC fighting like once every 5 years. Dude, that's like a free win over an undefeated Dagestani for Bo Nickel. But no, we got to give him RDR. But okay, bud. Like I don't get giving Bo Nickel these jiu-jitsu specialists. It's just going to be a shit fight on the feet. Like Paul Craig, RDR, like it's just going to be two guys who suck at striking. Who wants to fucking see that? Whatever. Let's get on to the main event. Now, the odds here, when I first saw them, I thought they were fucking crazy. I thought about it a little more. I'm like, it is hard to see Figgy winning. I'm sure the odds have tightened since we've seen a picture of Figueiredo and he isn't fat, coming up to the fight. But, yeah, the odds were a little crazy to me. I get it, Figgy's old. But Sandhagen, man, he can't hurt a fucking fly. This is the problem with this guy. Well, we might make a video on Sandhagen's downfall as a fighter, but I've seen these edits going around of him where he's talking about, like, I saw Sterling running around while I was unconscious. Since then, all I've wanted to do when I get in the octagon is hurt people. But, dude, he doesn't fucking hurt people. Like, he throws with no violent intent ever since the Jan fight, I believe. Well, when was the Song fight? I think the Song fight was after the Jan fight. Since the Song fight, dude, he has thrown with no violent intent, no venom. He's not trying to finish dudes. And we've seen that. I mean, yeah, he cut Song, whatever. The Cheeto fight, it was impressive. It wasn't like a good fight. It was just like, yeah, he dominated Cheeto. Cheeto fucking blows, dude. And I know Figgy had quite the close fight with Cheeto, but still, Cheeto fucking blows. Like, this guy can't throw with violent intent anymore. The Rob Font fight, the Umar fight, oh my lord, dude. It's frustrating to watch when he's just dancing around and like, oh wow, you defended the takedown. Oh wow, you got out of that grappling exchange and did nothing on the feet. What's the fucking point of defending the takedown and getting up from the takedown if you're doing nothing on the feet? If you're tapping him with low kicks and throwing jabs that like graze his cheek. Whatever, man. I'm a little sick of this fucking style from Corey. I want to see him get back to that old, Jan fight. Where he got those 2 KOs against Moines and Edgar, the TJ fight, the fucking, was it a Sun Sao? Sun Sao fight. Like that shit, what was the one dude's name? Did he fight Jimmy Rivera? I don't fucking know. Iri Alcantara fight. Those fights. The Mario Bautista fight. Those fights, dude. He is throwing with venom, throwing lethal technique with lethal intent, and actually trying to finish dudes. I've been ranting about Corey Sandhagen for I don't know how fucking long. Anyways, I'm picking Corey Sandhagen. Figueiredo is really old. He looked incredible against Jan, but he did kind of get dominated. And Jan in his last 2 fights has just looked like, yeah, he's won, but it's like, ugh, why are you reacting like that to every shot? You know what I mean? I don't know with Jan, but I don't know. I'm picking Corey by decision. Actually, no, I'm going to pick Corey. Oh, see, this shit pisses me the fuck off, dude. Because Guru, we were going to upload our picks like days ago. Guru ended up uploading his pick, and I look at his fucking picks, and they're the same as my picks. I promise I'm not copying. But I just thought the same shit. I think Corey's going to finish him in the later rounds. I'm picking Corey Sandhagen by round 5, TKO, with like a body shots. And I know I just said Corey can't finish a fly. Figgy's fucking old, bro. Straight up, he's fucking old. I think if I remember right, he got hurt by Jan. His body seems to be just not the same as it was. We haven't really seen a bad weight cut from him at bantamweight. Well, I say that. I think he had a bad weight cut in the Cheeto fight. That's why that fight was so close, in my opinion, and he just wasn't active at all. And I know that's Figgy. I'm fucking rambling. My point is, I think he's old. I don't think he's the same fighter he was, especially at flyweight, especially on one of his good days. I think the odds are egregious. But I'm still picking Corey to win. Obviously, the overalls I have, clearly I have Figgy at 95, Corey at 93. I am anticipating a bit of a drop from Figueiredo. From Figueiredo. Damn. It's so fucking weird doing these videos by myself. Like, I'm just fucking rambling to nobody. This is so weird. Anyways, Figueiredo, I believe will get TKO'd by Sandhagen. And yeah, those are my picks. I don't have shit else to say. This was a weird one. Like I said, this is going to get no views. There's probably literally 0 people listening to what I'm saying right now. But it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed. Check out the rest of our videos. Check out the spreadsheet. See you on Sunday. Saturday night. Maybe. I don't fucking know.